friends, this is Jazz. I don't know what to do. There's a zombie apocalypse outside. Maybe I could, make a bunch of friends and, shoot them down. This is a gun, right? Just like The Walking Dead. Today I'm specifically going to talk about The Walking Dead Season 1. So, keep a listen out and enjoy your day.
What's up, friends? This is Jazz bringing you another video game review. This review is going to be on The Walking Dead Season 1 for the Android, iOS, Kindle Fire, HDX, Microsoft Windows, Mac OS X, PlayStation 3, PlayStation Vita, Xbox 360, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. I also mentioned, Microsoft Windows, which is the PC version, is what I play. It is published and developed by Telltale Games, and its genres are graphic adventure and interactive drama, and it's a single-player game. Now, this is going to be a kind of random review. It's going to be more over the place than a scripted review, so bear with me. Anyway, we begin our game with our main protagonist, Lee Everett. And he is on his way to jail for murdering his wife's lover. And on their way there ends up being an accident. At this time, we learn that something is not quite right. We learn the officer who was talking to us is dead, and we check on him, and that, holy shit, he comes to life. Now, we don't quite understand what's going on yet, except for he's the undead. We don't even know the name of him yet. But for future references, it's known as a walker. Now, while looking around, we find probably our second titular character, which is Clementine. Now, we do not know Clementine's last name. I don't remember hearing it in this game. But anyway, she becomes the second titular character and is under Lee's wing. So, pretty much we go through the game meeting other people. One of the third titular characters, Kenny, is met on a farm where we're escorted to shortly after meeting Clementine. We meet Kenny and his family, Katya and Duck, or Kenny Jr. Now, sorry about the coffee, but at this point of the game, not long after being introduced to people, at this point in the game, we're given our first choice option, which is major in this game. We have to choose whether to save Duck or the old farmhand's son, which I forget the name. Some names aren't as memorable. But the point of this is to choose how favor you're with Kenny. Because no matter what happens, the farmer's son dies. So, if you choose to try to save the farmer's son, he dies, and Kenny and Katya aren't as in favor of you. But if you choose to save Duck, you'll be able to save him, and the farmer's son dies again anyway, no matter what you do. Kenny will proudly give you a ride to where you need to go at this point. Now, the panic scenes and the choice scenes are major in how you play the game. Now, sometimes it'll change the output of the game a short degree, and sometimes it'll just not do much, but a majority of the choice scenes have a choice on what people think of you or how you play the game. Now, another point of this is shown when you're at the pharmacist, which happens shortly after, and you have to choose to save either... Geez, I forget her name. And I played it not long ago, but save the girl or the boy. And Carly, yes, Carly. Carly's the name of her. You either save the other guy, Doug, or I think his name is Doug. I have no idea. Yeah. Doug or Carly, and depending on who you save, you'll have different opportunities. But I personally like to save Carly. I mean, I didn't really remember her name well enough, but she is excellent with the gun. Excellent. And Doug, he's, like, really smart. So, that's, like, there's major choices in the game is one really good thing. It keeps the character interactive, which is also good. Now, another major thing about this game is knowing how to work in a rush and being able to handle horror. Now, this game isn't as bad in some ways as some horror games go, but and they're like rare and in between with the jump scares. But when the jump scares happen, they're good. They do it when you least expect it. Like when you're the most vulnerable, and I love that. I mean, I kind of hate it too, but that's just my personal preference, not the fault of the game. It's just more I'm not a horror person. But this game made an exception for me. I just got hooked to the story itself, which is also really good. I haven't completely finished all of it, but I'm almost at the 5th episode, and I kind of know how it ends. Yes, I've been spoiled for that already. But it really develops Lee's character very well, and it is able to develop personalities to the characters as well. Like, I learned that Lee is just a mistaken soul in a way who's made a mistake. But in a way, it still judges himself for it. And Clementine, she is a strong, intelligent girl for her age, which is 7, 8, about 9, I think, by the end of it. Not 100% certain on the age either. But near the end of the game, it is shown that she knows how to competently shoot a walker. Like, she saves you at a certain point in the game. And it's a challenging game as well. Like, there was one scene in the game that I've played in my Let's Play that I literally had to use the S on my computer. This is a PC version I played. I had to push S to run away from the walkers, plus I had to shoot all the walkers, or I would die anyway. So I literally died in that one point about 13 times or more. I literally had to cut the episode short and continue it and cut it until I actually succeeded. It was that difficult. It really keeps you on your toes type of thing. It isn't over jumpy as some horror games go, but it keeps you on your toes in the panic effect. You have to literally think outside the box. Another point was when I was kind of looking to where to go because Teddy was trying to fix the boat, and I was lost. Did not know what to do. I was confused. Might have just been my own stupidity, but it challenged you. But it also doesn't confuse you too bad direction-wise. Like, in-game, I've somewhat played Silent Hill 1 a bit. Did not get very far. Because I was lost. Even with a walkthrough, I was lost, direction-wise. Now, The Walking Dead, they log off, in a way, anything that is not useful. So, after a while, you think, okay, there's only certain ways to go. So it is almost, I said almost, just depends on how naive you are, which I can be pretty naive. It is almost impossible to directionally wise get lost in The Walking Dead in this game, which is, I think, is a plus. Now, it is difficult if you're not used to really paying attention to directions, which for this review I will admit I'm a little naive because I forgot Doug and Carly's name. Now, you'll see a lot. One thing is you'll see a lot of death in this game. There's been a few noticeable deaths in the game, like, what is his name? The old man? Lord, I feel terrible for not, like, knowing. Like, cause he's not as well known, so... Okay, I'm gonna look for... Yeah, okay, it's not gonna work. So I'm gonna have to go and look down here, but I am still talking. Alright, it is... Okay, a group of 5. Okay, it doesn't really say much of the name. Okay. Larry! Okay, Larry. I apologize for that, but it was Larry. So, he ends up dying in a very gruesome way. Will this say that no matter what he dies, he suffered a heart attack and Kenny panics? You could choose either to try to help him out, another choice scene, either to try to help him out, but he ends up dead because of Kenny, or choosing to kill him yourself, which really does not help with Lily, which, yes, I remember her name, there's a reason I do. She is very, you know, judgmental, and she overreacts a lot to situations. In fact, she ends up killing Carly. Yeah, that's a thing. So we just leave her on the side of the road. Yeah, she deserved it in the end, personally. But I don't want to spoil the whole thing. I'm just saying that there's a lot of good death scenes too. Like, poor Ducky and Claudia end up losing it because of the fault of one of the main other survivors. Partially survivors. But anyway, like, the character development in the main characters is very good. Like, as I said, Kenny ends up going from, like, a carefree guy in a way to a very angry, bitter person. Like, in a way, he is loyal to someone who's really loyal to him, but he can get, like, he was carefree but tempered in a way, but then he grows from being somewhat tempered, carefree to almost edgy every second. Ben, who is a semi-survivor, goes from being like a high school student to feeling very guilty because we'll just say it is his fault for Claudia and Duck's death. Yeah, that happens. Carly does not live long enough to fully get her personality, and only that she kind of likes Glee. It's pretty much. We eventually meet Omed, and what is her name? Omed and okay, Omed and sorry for not knowing the name, but Omed and no, it's... I honestly don't know. Okay. Krista and Omed. That is the names of them. they end up living in the end of this one, and they end up being loyal to Lee and the group, which is really good. I mean, they develop maybe a bit the least of the main characters, but they are one of the main characters nonetheless. Like, as I've told you, it goes in 5 episodes. It's like a show. It acts in a way like a show. Episode 1, episode 2, etc. And it's a game you can get invested with. It's, I think I might just overall talk about my opinion now, because for one, I don't want to spoil the whole thing, and I don't want to overrun it. Now, as I said, The Walking Dead is very challenging. I would say mildly challenging. It is challenging if you do not know what to do and are not paying attention at all times. But it is easy enough that you can follow it, in a way, if you know to read the directions, which is a really good thing for me. It is very gory. Like, we'll just say the graphics are really well done in my opinion, and it's really detailed. Like, its attention to detail is great. Like, you can easily see the ocean very well. The character designs are really good. You can see the gore really well. Maybe too well. I'll just say graphics-wise, it's really realistic feeling. Sound, noise, really, really good. They actually have actual voice actors for this game, which is a treat, and this is why I try not to talk over their talking, because their voice actors are so well done, and they fit their characters really well. Really good with the horror sounds. The music is on par with every scene that's on there. I'm not the best with audio tracks and music, but it is so realistic to me. It's just scary enough. Like, back onto, what I feel about, it as a whole, horror. It is a horror genre, interactive game, and it does this well. It gives you plenty of chances to interact and choose your choice. It is just scary enough for me to enjoy. Some people with a faint of heart probably shouldn't even play this. It's not as bad as some horror genres go, but it's scary enough to call it a horror genre. It's very interactive with what you do. The instructions can be a little confusing in some scenarios, but it's not easy to get lost. But when it comes to doing certain things, like when they told me to push S, plus you had to shoot, we'll just say that the only thing in that area I complain about is that they're not always descriptive enough of what to do in panic events. They said for you to push the S button in that scenario I was talking about, but they did not say to shoot. But I suppose maybe they're expected to understand that you have to chose the shooting option. So I suppose I can't always fault them for my stupidity in some areas. The story is very well done. It develops slowly, and its ending is amazing. The ending to season 1 is just where you would want it, on par. I mean, I feel a little bad for Lee, but that really isn't the game's fault. They wanted a way for Clementine to take the leading role, and that was the only way to do so. Not spoiling it for you. I mean, it's probably easy enough to know, but not spoiling it. Now, I'm not good at rating games. I really don't want to rate it because of that reason. There's other people who can see more in it and understand it more than I can. But we'll just say, in my opinion, I would give it at least a 4.5 out of 5. Because it does everything so well, but I do not want to label it a perfect game. for the reason I don't know how to rate it pretty well, but I would say it's a near perfect game with everything going on for it. Now, again, please bear with my, reviews. It'll only get better, but it takes a while for it to get good. Now, thank you for watching this review. I was debating on what to review at this point. I thought this would be the perfect game. I'm nearly done with it, but I know the ending. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!